Well, hello. My name is Christopher
Patty
Phillips, and this is.
Kelly Phillips,
And I think we are going to do a what?
Socrates Cafe.
Awesome. So you must have a question on your mind.
Yeah, so I was thinking about what is when will children become adults?
Well, when will children become adults? What's your answer? You knew I was going to ask that, right?
Well, what I think is like when they're 17 or 18 years old.
Well, what is it about being 17 or 18 that makes you an adult?
Well, you're bigger and smarter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Automatically bigger and smarter?
Well, I don't know.
Can children's, if you're an adult, are you like grown up?
Yes.
And what does it mean to be grown up?
Well, I don't know.
So, are you grown up in some ways?
Yeah, so I'm almost as tall as you are.
Well, everybody's almost. Okay, but what else makes you grown up?
I'm so smart
Ooh, and modest. Don't forget modest.
and modest.
But what else? Like, what else if you see somebody like behaving? Like, what is grown up behavior?
Well, and guess what? Today, when I was walking on the sidewalk, so first I stopped at H&M and got a pair of blue jeans and sunglasses, and then I went out, paid, and then grabbed some newspaper, and Daddy and Mommy were like, "What?"
Oh, because you were reading a newspaper?
Yes.
So you went clothes shopping, you got a newspaper. Does that make you grown up?
Mhm.
How come?
Well, that's what grown-ups do.
What?
Things like that.
Do they?
And pay for the Shake Shack money.
So you do grown-ups? How do you know a grown-up when you see one?
So, well, they're much taller than kids and babies.
Mm-hmm. How do grown-ups behave differently than?
So, children sometimes can be a bit crazy, like, and sometimes they whine and like that, play around.
Guess what? I got news for you.
What?
I've seen lots of adults do that. They
Really?
whine and yeah. They spend money they don't have. They do all kinds of things. They make promises they don't keep. Even grown-ups who run for elected office. So what is the difference between someone who is grown up and someone who's not grown up? Let's forget children, adult for a second.
So, someone grown up? Well, I don't know. What's your answer?
Oh, you're turning the tables on me. Well, like someone grown up is somebody who's like considerate of others, who listens to what others have to say, who respects other people, who is responsible with like whatever money they have, tries to be nice, tries to keep their promises. Like you like to make things. Like sometimes I want to go buy a card or something's broken, I want to go. You say, no, Daddy, I can fix it, or Daddy, I can just make it. Or when you lost your doll, you said, oh, I don't need another one, I'll just make it. So that's like, to me, that's kind of a grown-up thing. It's like you're being responsible in ways that many of us adults are not. So it makes me wonder, can a child be a grown-up?
Yeah, I think a child can be a grown up.
How?
Well, by like they can just help out and be considerate of others, and sometimes 16-year-olds can learn to drive in cars.
Oh dear. Speaking of driving cars, when we were walking home, a grown-up, a person in an SUV, turned right in front of us and almost ran us over just to get in the parking garage before we could walk, putting us in danger. Was that person being an adult?
No, they were being a child who doesn't know a thing.
So, was he being a child? Because I don't think a child would have ever done that to us. What was he really being?
Well, he was being like nothing.
It's just like, Daddy was really upset. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, and made me wonder, did anybody ever teach him respectful behavior or consideration for other people's lives and safety?
I think not.
So what do you call somebody like that? Of whatever age, whether they're 5 years old or that guy was about 30.
A bully?
A bully. It's like they're not grown up though, right? I've seen people much older than that act like that with no consideration of others. Can you be grown up if you don't really care about other people?
No.
So if you're 5 years old, but you still really care about other people, like when Sibylle, your little sister, sees you hurt, she cries too because she feels your pain.
That's grown up.
Sounds grown up to
But
me.
cry, that's the
She
problem.
cries. She wants so badly for you to feel well. Well, this gives us a lot to think about, doesn't it? What is a grown-up? Are adults always grown up? Can children sometimes be much more grown up than adults? Well, a lot to think about. Until next time, happy
Socratizing.
bye-bye. You gotta wave. That's all the professionals wave.